Hello and welcome. I'm Alex from Chevy Cadillac, and today we have the fully redesigned 2025 Chevrolet Equinox. Let's talk about that. For those of you who are new to the Equinox, this is the 4th generation Equinox. It has been fully redesigned. It is completely different from the previous generation. What does that mean? It means you get a fresh new look and a totally different car that people haven't seen before. Well, they have slimmed down the line to bring only 3 trim levels. Now you might say, well, that might be less trim levels, but they've given you more equipment. A totally different look and overall just more. Now with this one here, today we have this beautiful RS model here with this really new style two-tone roof that they've been introducing slowly into the line. This is the first time the Equinox had this two-tone design, which is really cool, and it just gives us one overall nice look. There are a few other trim levels though, as I mentioned. So you have your base model LT, which means you're going to have a chrome exterior, and then you have the Active, which is more the off-road adventure. And like I said, this is the RS, which is considered to be the sportier trim. Now with new style does come a more expensive price. However, this does bring a lot of style to the game. Now this one here is in this beautiful sterling gray color, like I said, with this two-tone black roof to match it. You also have these really cool things that are distinctive with the RS. You have this really nice front grille with the cool Chevrolet bow tie. They're all blacked out to go with the RS styling, and each trim level does have its own styling. The cool part is that no matter which one you go with, you can have something sort of unique to that trim level. Now, even on the LT, there's even a midnight package. So if you don't want to go with this package, but you like the blacked out look, you can get a similar look for a little bit less than this one. This one we have today is around 45 Canadian. Now you can get LTs, the midnight package, closer to the lower 43, 42 mark, depending on how much you're looking to spend on one of these. And Active models run similar to this sort of pricing. So they're going to be similar to how the RS is priced. But going back to this, again, you have this really cool new headlight design, sort of like the other models in our lineup have now. So the running light is above, and then you have the headlight below, which matches the design language of our other models, which really gives it a really unique look overall and matching it to the overall Chevrolet lineup. Now, this one also has these beautiful black alloy rims on here, which look great with a more sporty look than you had before. The RS is not a new trim level to the Equinox, but they've really stepped it up with this particular one, and this has just been a really nice update in terms of that, giving you that sporty appearance and an overall nicer look and a much more handsome vehicle than they've had previously. Now, this is still powered by the 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that I had before, but this is upgraded with a 8-speed automatic transmission versus the 6-speed that was before. So it does give you a little bit of fuel mileage than you had before, having the extra gears for that time you want to go on those long trips. You're going to have a little bit more in the tank. Now, that's great for that, but I do love how this overall front bumper and everything has this really nice angular look matching the Chevrolet lineup, which again, really has a nice sort of tone and overall appearance. So I did just want to touch again on the front grille here, because again, this is a whole new design. Now with the RS, again, it gives you this blacked out front fascia on here, and you get the RS badging right below, which is nice. And like I said, you do have this new headlight design here, which again, just looks really nice. Again, it has like that running light here, you have the headlight, you even have a fog light below. So it's just really nicely integrated into this new styling. Equinox here is a family SUV, so I wanted to talk about how much storage you have in the back and the overall design in the back as well. So let's start with the design here first. Now this one here has, again, all new redesign, so you have some new things in the back. Now this is the RS model, so you have the black badging here, you might notice it on the side too, and you have again the black badge here for the bow tie. You also have these new taillight designs here with full LEDs, which look really nice, and you have this sort of like almost spoiler type look with a little LED brake light there, and backup camera here, as well as backup camera down there. This is actually the rear camera mirror, but this is the, again, kind of cameras there, which are really nice. And you have this whole new black sort of fascia below, which kind of gives you that sort of two-tone look, as you sort of notice throughout this entire vehicle here, which adds to the overall sort of sportiness they're trying to go for. Now, getting into the back, it's fairly simple. You do have the power trunk, which you can go here or you can use your key fob. And there's also a really cool feature called auto sense. So you can use the button here, whatever you like, but if you have items in your hand, you can simply walk up to the vehicle, put them in, and as long as you have the key on you, there's not even anything you have to look for underneath. The car knows you're getting close to it, and it will open the trunk for you, so that way you don't have to worry about that. Now, getting in though, again, I can just press the button right here. Trunk will then open nice and gracefully for us here. You do get a significant storage capacity in here for items, and you have a 60/40 folding rear seat if you need for longer items or just more cargo space if you need it for those times. You do have a lights here in the back and additional storage capacity even below here, and a spare tire even below that, which is nice. So you have tons of storage back here, even some nice anchors there if you want to tie something down. And then you do have the power trunk here, which closes very nice for you. And you can see this is very easy to operate. And again, you have the auto sense if you want to use that. You have a hands-free system, or you can use your key fob. There are plenty of ways to access your rear cargo. Now let's take a look at the inside. So getting into the rear of this Equinox here, you are greeted with quite a lot of nice features being a rear passenger in here. Now, I want to start with the first thing, which is important, is how much space do you have here? I'm 6'1". This is where I would normally sit, and I have plenty of knee space. And if I put my head all the way up, you can see I have plenty of head space there for where I need to sit, and I'm not small, so this is, as you can see, a very large back seat. Now, they are also given some nice options here with some nice vents. You have your USB-Cs right here, and a very comfortable seat with nice design. You do have this red and blue stitching that goes throughout here as a full leather interior, and you even have this really nice red accents, sort of a cloth sort of look on it and feel, but it just feels like a nice high quality and a little bit different than your traditional interior, which is nice. And then you do have a nice armrest here with cup holders there. And lastly, if you do have a young family, there are easy labeled child anchors here, which are very easy to access, and just makes it, if you are putting it on a younger family, it just makes it that much easier for them to get in, and your life a little bit more, again, easy to do for those times you need to get those in and out. Now, let's go take a look at what you get up front. So welcome to the front of the Equinox here. Now, this is, again, a totally new interior with completely different design language than we've had in previous models. Now, this is more similar to current design language of the current lineup, but for the Equinox, this is all new. So what do you get? Well, you get quite a lot. So we're going to go over that. Now, I want to start with one of the coolest things with this particular vehicle is these seats. I know I mentioned in the back, but these seats here, again, have this beautiful red and blue stitching and sort of cloth mix going throughout. You also have this beautiful RS sort of embossed logo there, which is very nice. And again, it just really makes it feel like a much higher end vehicle. And giving that, again, if you're looking for that sporty look, you're going to have that. And talking about sporty look, is the RS gets red sort of everywhere, sort of the color. And you can see around this entire interior here that you have red on the dash, you got red on the vents, you got red everywhere as sort of that sort of distinguished color with this model. And it's really nicely done throughout this entire vehicle and well executed. Now, moving to the front of me here, you do have this beautiful leather wrap wheel, again with that red stitching in here. And the RS is going to get this sort of flat bottom steering wheel, which actually gives a little more leg space here, and the RS logo, which is nice. Again, that way you know that you get into this, you have that really nice logo there. They've sort of put it around the entire vehicle here because they want you to know when you got into this, and everybody else to know that you have the RS model. So again, they have this really nice wheel, which is heated. Again, it feels really nice. Buttons right here on the steering wheel, and you have these beautiful new displays ahead of you. Now, there's the center display, your instrument cluster here, is operated by this button right over here on the steering wheel, which is very easy to use, and there are a few different screens to go through. You just press it, and you can have different menus on here. So like one of them is you can have a full GPS display over here. You can have sort of your adaptive cruise, which is nice because this does have the adaptive cruise, which is, again, really nice as well touch. You can have sort of a blank screen, so if you're one of those who doesn't want too many things on there, you can have it a little bit more easier to see and not so many things out there, or you can have it more traditional, giving you a little bit of vehicle information and sort of audio, everything you want on there, right on the center screen there. Now on the side of me here, you do have this beautiful door panel here with some, again, nice black, sort of piano black finishing here. You're going to have your automatic windows, as well as your mirrors and everything else. And it's just really nicely laid out here. And you have two new buttons over here on the left. You have your parking brake. You also have the all-wheel drive. This is all-wheel drive, which is great for those bad winter days. But this one here, you can turn the all-wheel drive on and off with the button right here, which is nice because that means that if you don't want to be using all-wheel drive, you can save an extra liter per 100 in fuel for those times that you don't want to be using it. There's also another button there called Auto Hold, which holds the car in place for you so you don't have to leave foot the brake. So if you're going through a lot of stop-and-go traffic, it makes it, again, a little bit nicer experience. You don't have to keep going on there and hold the vehicle in place. You have your auto stop start, and then you do have just your dimmer switch to the dash. So you have some pretty nice things there, all easily labeled and easy to use. And then you have some nice things in the steering wheel for your paddle shifters, and again, if you want to be sporty. And then again, all your cruise control and everything that you're traditionally want to have. Now they have moved the shifter. If you've seen the Equinox pack, shifter used to be right here in the center. Shifter is now here, which is going towards all the other Chevrolet lineup here. Most of them are now here. And you have this sort of little thing here on the stock here to select your gears. Now, you do have this new 17-inch display here, which is really great. You do have a lot of cool things you can do on here. You do have Google integrated into the system here, and it's just really integrated well. Now, with this new system here, you can move things around very easily by selecting them and moving them. You do have a backup camera on here. This one in particular has the 360 backup camera, and you can select different views and different things you want to see. And you also have, as I mentioned, outside, you have a rear view mirror camera, which you can simply go on or off from here, and you can choose different modes you want to select for brightness, how well it sees, and everything like that. And sort of really nice because you still have your backup camera here, and you have that. So if you do have rear passengers in the back, you can use this and not be able to see out the back. Now, again, you have Google integrated in here. You can actually use Google Assistant to use things in terms of if you want to use it, in terms of using it for asking the weather or your location, anything like that. You can simply ask Google for that. And you have all your audio and music on there, very easily to access. And again, Google is integrated in there, very nice and simple to use. You have the My Chevrolet app on here. Lots of cool things. Climate control here, so you have some really nicely designed dual zone climate controls, heated seats. You can opt for the air conditioned seats. This one does not have that package, but you can opt for that, which is really nice. And you do have some nice USB-C and A ports below here, storage compartment right here, and then you also have a nice wireless phone charger, which I like this new design. They've sort of done it on an angle here, so that way you can see your phone. Because some of them you don't see them; they're sort of in a place where you forget about them. This one you're going to see it, and it's right there for you. You got some new cup holders, and this one has the mode button here for different sort of driving conditions that you want to go through, like normal, off-road, snow, ice. Again, depending on what you're looking to do. And then you do have more storage below here as well. Again, that's all totally new there because they've moved the shifter from here to here. You open up a lot more storage capacity for you, and you have still more here below there as well. You got lots of places to store things. And again, I even like on the armrest here how it still has that red and blue stitching on here, which was really nice. And then above me here, you do have a glasses holder. Your OnStar, because this is a GM vehicle, and you get this dual panel moonroof, which looks fantastic and brings a lot of light into the interior. But of course, it has a shade. Those people who don't always want moonroof open, you can choose how you want that. But again, it brings a lot of nice light into the interior. So again, I'm Alex from Royal Chevrolet Cadillac, and this was the new 2025 Chevrolet Equinox in the RS configuration. So, would you guys get this one? Are you guys going to get an Active? Or are you going to get an LT? Let us know what you think about the fully redesigned Equinox, and make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.